Welcome to Ink and Fitness. For those who are new to my channel, my name is Anthony. I am someone who went from skinny to fit, and these videos are purely educational. So this way, if you are also someone who's skinny, who's looking to gain weight, gain muscle, then you can take what you're learning inside of these videos, implement them in your own fitness journey, so that way you can get some good results, so long as you're being consistent with everything. For those that are interested in one-to-one coaching, the link for it will be down below in the description, so feel free to check that out. Enough about that though, let's get straight into the video for today, so that way you guys can take some good notes and go ahead and implement everything that you're learning here for today. So let's talk about forcing muscle growth as a skinny guy. Yes, it is completely possible, just to give you the quick answer, but you have to be super consistent with these different areas of fitness, right? Three specific pillars. Number one is training, number two is nutrition, and number three is rest and recovery. So if you're half-assing one of these three pillars, or if you're half-assing all these pillars, you cannot expect exceptional results if you're half-assing, your effort in one of these areas, right? So you can't expect exceptional results if you're putting in mediocre work. And this applies really to different areas of life, not just fitness, but any area of life. You'll find that if you half-ass shit, you'll just get mediocre results with whatever you're doing. Now, how do we force muscle growth? And let's start taking things one pillar at a time. So let's start with training first. Too many people half-ass their training, plain and simple. That's just it, right? They swing around their weights. They spend too much time talking to people inside of the gym. They just put in very minimal effort in general, and their only goal is to get in and out of the gym, and that's it. So if we want to force muscle growth, then we have to get our training right by training with high intensity. Instead of doing 4 sets of bullshit reps, do 2 sets till failure. Pick a moderate weight and really focus on your form, and make sure to progressive overload. Because if you're not doing any of these things, you're not really making the most out of your training sessions. You're just kind of going in, doing whatever, and then going out, right? And what's the point of going to the gym if you're just half-assing shit and you're not really putting in forth the effort that you could be putting in? Right? So we want to combat that by actually exerting ourselves. If you don't want to take 2 sets till failure, take at least one of those sets till failure. Work your way up until you can do 2 sets to failure, or just go an extra mile. So go an extra 2 to 3 reps as soon as you feel like you want to quit. Even do some partials if you feel like it, because I guarantee you most of you have not done any partials, or as soon as you feel like burning sensation come along, you just drop the weights and that's it, right? You don't push yourself, you don't go that extra mile. So go that extra mile. Whenever you feel uncomfortable, keep doing what you're doing, because that's where the true growth happens. Growth happens inside of your discomfort zone. So do not shy away from it. If anything, embrace that discomfort zone with open arms, because you need to make it your best friend, and that's the only way you're going to achieve results as far as the training portion of things goes. And of course, if you have your nutrition and your rest and recovery dialed in as well. So keep that in mind. And for those of you who don't know what progressive overload is, please feel free to check out the past 3 videos I've made, because I've covered what it is exactly a little bit more in detail within those 3 videos. So feel free to check that out. Next up, nutrition. Too many people say they're eating so much food but not gaining any weight. Too many people say it's because of their fast metabolism that they're not gaining any weight. I used to say this a lot back then. Too many people say, or excuse me, too many people don't even track what they're eating on a day-to-day basis using MyFitnessPal or another app that tracks your calories and what you're eating. Too many people also buy bullshit supplements and expect those supplements to do the hard work for them, which could not be farther from the case. You need to realize that most of the supplements that are out there today in the market are complete horseshit. In my opinion, the only supplements that I will ever buy and that I will ever use on a day-to-day basis is protein powder, a multivitamin, and creatine, and that's pretty much it. Everything else, in my opinion, is just a waste of money. So don't expect the supplements to do the work for you. You actually still need to put in the work. There is no such thing as a fat burning supplement or a supplement that's going to help you gain 100 pounds of muscle. I know, an over exaggeration, but you get the point that I'm trying to come across here, that I'm trying to get across here to you guys. If you want to force muscle growth, then you need to get your nutrition right by, let's see. Oh, I worded this a little bit weird. So if we're trying to force muscle growth, then we need to get our nutrition right by eating in a slight caloric surplus, since we are looking to gain muscle, right? The sweet spot for eating in a surplus or a slight surplus is 300 to 500 calories above your maintenance calories. Anything more and we'll be gaining fat that we really don't need at all whatsoever. So apart from this, make sure that you're also eating 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight that you weigh. Weigh yourself at least once per week to measure progress. You want to make sure that you're not, you're not gaining or you're not, losing weight or just maintaining the weight that you're at. If our goal is to gain weight, gain muscle, then we need to make sure that the scale is actually going up. The number on the scale is going up and not going down or just staying the same. Eventually, though, you will come across a plateau in weight. So at some point when you're eating slightly above your maintenance calories for a period of time, you're just going to stall in weight. You're going to plateau in weight eventually. It's just bound to happen. Your body just adapts. It's something that's natural and completely normal. When this happens, that's when you know that you need to bump up the calories even more by an additional 300 to 500 calories. And again, make sure to weigh yourself, make sure to track your eating so you know that you're actually hitting your calorie goals and you're hitting your protein goals as well on a day-to-day basis. But if you bump up the calories even more once you plateau, you should get out of that plateau. But if after a week to 2 weeks of eating, even more in a surplus, you're still not gaining any weight, then go ahead and add an additional 300 to 500 more calories. And essentially, you'll just repeat this process throughout your entire bulking phase. And really, it is as simple as that. It's not something that's complicated. It's super simple. It's super easy. The thing that is hard is just doing the day-to-day tedious tasks that you have to do. So the eating, the sleeping. We need sleep nonetheless. So not to say that sleeping is tedious, but you get what I'm trying to say here. The training as well. So all these different things, it sounds easy, but it's tedious doing it on a day-to-day basis because it's just doing the same thing over and over again. And sometimes when we repeat certain things over and over again, some of us tend to get bored, which is normal. There's nothing wrong with it. But we just need to make sure that we're disciplined because that's where the discipline key component of things come into play. So make sure that, we're staying disciplined, we're staying on our journey, on our fitness journey, and we're not steering off on the opposite direction just because we feel a little bit bored of what we're doing or what we're eating, whatever it is, right? Last point that I want to mention here that I didn't mention or that I didn't write in this slide is that you don't have to cut out junk food at all whatsoever either. If you feel that one day you're bored of eating your everyday meals, you can swap out a meal for a burgers and fries or whatever your cheat meal of choice is. Just make sure that you're still hitting your protein goals and that you're not going way above your maintenance or way above your calorie goal for the day. But just so you know, you guys have that tool available to you all, so that way you don't get burnt out as easily. It makes the bulk a lot more sustainable, and it just really makes things a lot more enjoyable as well. And then last but not least, we have rest and recovery. Too many people, they get less than 7 hours worth of sleep per night. Too many people, they expect to get good results, just by sleeping 4 hours a night. And too many people rely on energy drinks or other stimulants to get them through their day and their workouts because they are not getting enough sleep the prior nights. So the way to combat this, so that way we can actually force muscle growth, is actually by sleeping 7 hours or more every night. If we have struggles with sleeping, let's try to take some melatonin or other sleeping supplements that can help us with this. And then last but not least, limiting the amount of caffeine you consume per day may contribute to helping you sleep better at night. Because when we consume so much caffeine, I forget right off the top of my head how long caffeine stays in your system for, but a lot of people, they just, they drink like 5 cups of coffee per day, maybe an espresso or just some other energy drinks in general. That shit stays in our system for a little bit. So we want to make sure that we can at least limit it or not consume any caffeine at all whatsoever. So this way we can actually fall asleep a little bit quicker at night and actually get more good quality sleep per night. That covers it for the video for today, though, guys. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. One more time, if you are someone who's looking for one-to-one coaching, the link for that will be down below in the description, so feel free to check that out. But until next time, guys, much love to you all. Take care, and peace.